Hi everyone, welcome to Ex-Wife Chronicles. My name is Stephanie. Let's discuss dating culture, single life, and dating after divorce. My views on love and relationships may be a bit delusional to you guys, but keep on listening and let's figure this dating shit out together. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Ex-Wife Chronicles. I'm on video. My name is Stephanie. I'm your host. Thank you so much for listening. As always, I wanted to talk about the no contact rule because I feel like a lot of people do the no contact rule, but they do it and then when that person comes back, they fall back into the same space that they were in with that person. I want to say you're not doing it correctly. You're doing it correctly. You probably are doing it 100% correctly. But the thing is, when you do the no contact rule and they come back, you can't fall into that same fucking mindset that you've been falling into. And for me, the reason for the no contact rule is simply because, like, what do I need from you at this point? If we haven't communicated and now I'm not reaching out to you because I want you to reach out to me because I feel like I've reached too much or whatever. You're just not giving me the attention that I need, want, whatever it is. The no contact rule should either be because they're going to come back and hopefully they make some type of change or commitment or whatever the fuck it is that you want from them, or you do no contact and you realize, okay, I really don't want this guy, or like this relationship isn't serving me, or I can do better, or whatever the case is. That's why you should be doing no contact rule, not because you want them back and let me show them what they're missing without me, because trust me, like, I don't want to say they don't care, but they knew what they had. They already knew what they had. The only thing we can do is get better from each breakup. Like, honestly, I joke about it, but it's no fucking lie. After each breakup, I get fucking hotter. So every time a guy removes himself from my life, I get hotter. So I appreciate y'all. On a serious note, okay, so no contact rule. There's not really any like rules on it. Like there's no specific way that you should be doing it. For me, I can go pretty fucking hard with it. If I'm kind of depends on like what you want out of that person. Like, do you want a relationship or do you just need to gain confidence and realize like, why was I even fucking with this person? Like, why was I fucking with this dude? He brought nothing to me. There was no value in the relationship. So what the fuck am I doing? So here's what you do. Here's what the fuck you do. First of all, if you are snooping their Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the fuck it is that you're snooping on, stop snooping. If you are reaching out to them just to see if you can get a response, it doesn't matter what it is. It's like a hey or like a anything. I used to do this too. I used to be like, I'm gonna text him I miss you just to see if I still fucking have him. And then what? They text I miss you back. You might give them some here or there and then they're back to doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Fuck all that. So for me, no contact. So, okay, stop snooping pages. We don't do that. If you have to put the motherfucker on mute, then put his ass on mute. Put his ass on mute. I wouldn't say block somebody. I don't like to block people. I feel like that's a little intense, unless like you do something that like really hurt me or it's just like out of this fucking world, then I might block you. But the only person I have blocked is my ex-husband. And that's just because he's been blocked for a long time. I actually think I might have unblocked him. Like, I really don't know. But that's just because it was like new and iffy and like I didn't want him to see what I was doing. Like I didn't really care. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So if you gotta mute the motherfucker, then mute their ass. And if you have to like do what you gotta do. Stay fucking busy. Don't go to their page. Stop fucking trying to figure out what they're doing. Don't look at their likes. Don't see who they followed. Like literally cut that shit off. Cold turkey, like now. You're doing that today, okay? Get on your phone, go mute his ass right now, or her, whatever the fuck it is, whoever they are. Step 1, mute them. Step 2, stop reaching out to them. Delete their fucking number. Like, you know you have their number memorized. You at least have the last 4. Don't trip. If they fucking text you, you'll know who the fuck it is. Calm your ass down. So mute their number. I mean, that's really it. Like, no contact rule. Mute their fucking number, delete their number, mute their Instagram, call it a day. Stop trying to interact with them. Stop liking their fucking posts. Just completely cut off all fucking contact. Literally, no contact. Doesn't fucking matter. They're out. They didn't do what you wanted them to do. So move the fuck on. Gain some confidence. Get yourself busy. Get into a routine. And go about your fucking day. I know it sounds harsh. Like, I just wish I could just like fucking stuff confidence in some people, because honestly, that's all it is. Like, this person wasn't serving me, so on to the next. Like, literally, thank you, next. You see what worked in that relationship, and you take whatever worked in that relationship and you move on to the next one. And that's it. And you don't accept anything lower than your fucking standards. Whatever your standards were here, well, now you gotta raise them a couple, because you already received that. So you know you can get that. So what else can you fucking get? And I'm not talking like materialistic things. I'm just talking about what you can get emotionally from a person. You can raise your standards to the point where you can be on the same level of emotional intelligence with the person that you want to fucking be with. But you have to do that for yourself. No one's going to do that for you. You have to cut off communication, cut off contact. I feel like a lot of people do the no contact rule to bring in that person, and you can. But like I said in the beginning, you're going to bring them in and you're going to go back to that same fucking mentality. So for me, no contact rule is, okay, like, out of sight, out of mind, because I kid you not, out of sight, out of mind. Like, I swear by that shit. So out of sight, out of mind. If they do decide to hit you up, okay, first of all, no contact. I don't have a time frame on it. I'm good with like a couple weeks, and then I'm like, kind of like, I forgot about him. Who was he? What's his name again? I'm just kidding. Like 21 days you could break a habit, or 21 days you create a habit, whatever the fuck it is. So I would say 21 days of no contact. If they contact you in between your no contact, you can respond. I advise you not to. Leave that message on read. Here's my thing. If you respond, you have to respond. If you're going to respond, you also have to keep it in your mind that if they don't respond to you, if they're just playing games just to see if they still have you, if they don't respond to you, or if they respond in a manner that you don't like, that's going to put you back in your funk. And then you're going to be like, fuck, like I did no contact and they came back and it's still the same shit. Here's the thing. You do no contact, so you fucking forget about them and you move on to a new fucking person. Stop doing no contact to bring in your person. Like, just forget about them. Forget about them. If they come back, they come back. Make sure it's on the terms that you want it. Make sure it's on the terms that they want. If y'all can't fucking agree, then you need to move on. They need to move on. Find someone new. You get somebody new. Call it a fucking day. But, yeah, I mean, okay, most people, yeah, you guys do no contact rule because you want to get your fucking ex back. Well, I get it. But here's the thing. You should be doing it because you want to build confidence. You want to love yourself because you're fucking busy doing your own goddamn thing that you ain't got to worry about these motherfuckers. That's the reasons why I do it. Like I've said before, like, I get super distracted when it comes to male energy. Like, I can fall off my routine so fucking fast. So until I meet a man that I feel secure enough to not be distracted, and when I say distracted, I'm not like talking about like sitting there texting all day. I'm talking about like distracted, like wondering, like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna hit me up today, or I wonder if I'll hear from them today. And honestly, a lot of that stems from like me just being like so chill and not setting my boundaries and not communicating like what I actually want out of a relationship. So then it leaves me wondering, like, well, what is this guy doing? Like, I wonder what he wants. I wonder what this is going to lead to. And that's where the distraction comes from. But working on it, guys. I know I said like two episodes ago that I was like talking to somebody. Well, that ended. So yeah. And definitely did the no contact with that one. But it was more like, it just had to happen. Like, I wasn't even doing it for him to come back. It was just like, well, I guess this is over. I'm not hearing from you, and I'm certainly not going to chase anybody. So I'm just going to cut off communication, you know? What else are you going to do? But yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say ghosting. I know it feels a little like ghosting, but it's more like, okay, you got distant. So bye. Like, I don't know what we're doing now because you're distant and I'm not. So yeah, no contact rule. If you don't want to talk to them, don't talk to them. If you're doing no contact to get them back, make sure they come back. If they come back, it's on your terms. It's what you want. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's what you want. And if your desire is a relationship and this person is coming back saying, no, I still don't want anything serious, then what the fuck are you doing? You can't change anybody's mind. You can't change anybody's mind, and you shouldn't want to change anybody's mind. So the only thing that you should be doing is worrying about how you can move forward, how you can make yourself better, how you can raise your standards, how you can stay busy, how you can obtain more confidence, how you can embody more like self-love, self-worth. And that's not just fucking going and getting your nails done, taking a bath, doing things for yourself. That's like keeping yourself busy, like making sure you're like successful, making sure that there's things that you want to achieve in life and going after them, and stop putting your life on hold for like a guy. Like, dude, gross. I'm a big believer that all women should be successful on their own. But you guys also know that I am also a big believer that a man should provide for his chick and his family. Like, that's what I choose to believe. So yeah, you guys, if you're gonna do no contact rule, it works, but you have to do it correctly. You have to be stronger than your fucking emotions, mind over your emotions, like, because they're gonna come in. I mean, I don't want to say you're gonna be sad, but you're probably gonna be fucking sad. Like, I get sad every time a guy leaves, only because I get excited over the idea of a relationship. So like, even if I know, like this last guy, like I enjoyed his company, I enjoyed his time, we had a great time together, but I think we both kind of knew, like, I don't want to say it wasn't gonna work. There was just something missing. Like, there was for sure something missing. Like, we just weren't on the same level, like emotionally, mentally, like, and not in a bad way, just like he was here, I was here, like, just wasn't really, you know? So yeah, like it just kind of ended on its own, and it was fine. Like, I wasn't really worried about it, but like I found myself getting insecure towards the last few days that we were talking. And then sure enough, like he just stopped like reaching out to me. So I was like, okay, I felt it, I saw it coming. I probably manifested that shit, I don't know, but whatever. I kind of just go with, like, and here's the thing, I go with the flow. I always go with the fucking flow. And with him, I specifically said, like, let's go with the flow. Like, whatever is meant to happen is gonna happen, which I do believe, but I should have been more like, okay, like, I think I did tell him that I was like ready for a relationship. Like, I was ready for something more like serious, more like hanging out. And like, we talked about like making plans, like we talked about changing our schedules to like be more accommodating. So like, I really don't understand where the distance came from, but I think it was like a mutual thing, because he felt it, I felt it, like just our schedules it just wasn't aligning. Like, it wasn't fucking aligning, and whatever, it ended. So I don't know, here I am single again, you guys. Fuck my life. Just kidding. I actually love being single. I honestly think that single life is just the life for me. I don't know, but I did do no contact with him because, you know, I was like, well, I'm not gonna sit here and chase somebody. Like, if they want to talk to me, they're gonna talk to me. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, like, depending on where you're at, like, I'm more a feminine energy, so I'd rather like a guy lead and a guy reach out to me. But I mean, if you're the opposite, like I used to be the opposite. I used to be like, well, what's wrong with reaching out to a guy, or what's wrong with this? And yeah, some guys like don't mind it because they don't want to reach out, or some guys just think that's weird. Like what do you mean you don't want to reach out to me? Like you're not going to talk, so if I don't hit you up, like you're not going to hit me up? And I'm like, yeah, like that's just how I roll. But it's not that I'm never going to hit you up. It's that if I'm like, if we're communicating and you're giving me this type of energy and I'm giving it back and then it stops, I'm like, I don't know, I mirror people. Like if you stop, then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go with the flow of what you're doing because I'm gonna allow you to lead. So if I'm gonna allow you to lead, then I'm gonna fucking follow your lead. So if you're getting distant, then I'm also gonna get distant. So that's just me. But yeah, so when they do come back, because they will, they always do, all of them, every single one of them, you have to make sure that your confidence is built up. Like, don't respond. It's not going to hurt them if you don't respond. They're already gone. So what's them waiting a couple fucking days for you to respond? Like, make sure your response is what you want to say, and make sure if you don't get a response back, that's a response, and leave that shit alone. But if you're going to decide to initiate communication or follow their lead and communicate back, then you also have to make sure that your heart and your mind is in the right fucking place, because if you're not, it's just going to be a fucking roller coaster of the same fucking emotions. And then it's like, it's just ugly. Like, that's just such a fucking ugly game to play. Like, oh, they reached out, so I'm going to hit them back. And then like, you guys are like, kind of flirting with each other but kind of not, and you don't know what it is, and it's a little fucking weird and iffy, and it's like, well, wait, like, no, just fucking cut it off. Like, you don't need any of that shit. There's no reason for it. It's a waste of your fucking time. Literally, it is a waste of your fucking time. So I literally told my friend this the other day. I was like, if these motherfuckers ain't coming in with a fucking offer on a relationship, then I don't want none of it. Like, I literally don't want any of it. And I'm talking about guys from my past, not anybody new. But I'm like, no, like, there's no point. Like, I've experienced you. We had a great time. That's what we needed at the time. We aligned at that time. And now you're here and I'm here, and we're in different parts of our lives. So whatever you got to do, go do it. And whatever I got to do, I'm going to go do it. But if we ain't doing it with each other anymore, then that's perfectly fucking fine with me. So you guys, that's all I really have for today. If you need tips or tricks, if you need a confidence booster, like, honestly, I got you. Like, I will send you like a fucking list of affirmations that I fucking say. Like, I do not care. So if you need anything like that, reach out to me, let me know. But yeah, like, don't block, mute, delete the number, delete the photos if it's that bad. Don't go back to anything abusive. Don't go back to anything toxic. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't change within a couple days or months. I don't believe it does. That's maybe just a belief that I hold, but I don't think that is possible. So make sure you are putting yourself before you're putting anybody else, anybody that wants to be in a potential relationship, because you're the most important thing in your life. And if that person had any type of interest or had your back in any type of way, then you would be in their life. So you have to remember that too. And one other thing that's important, the people that show up in your life are also a reflection of you. So if you look back on your past relationships and the people that you were with and your mindset at that time, you'll kind of see like, oh, like, fuck, I was here. Like, there's this one specific person that always comes to mind, because I'm like, every time like we aligned again, it was just like we just fit, and then we didn't, and then we did, and then we didn't. But I'm always like, I always had him at the right fucking time in my life, and then like when he leaves, he leaves. And now I'm just like, okay, he's gone. Like, I gotta keep him gone. But everyone is a reflection of you. So when you're getting insecure and you're getting all that doubt and that fear of them leaving, you're like you're literally putting that shit out into the universe. And I know it sounds like so annoying to hear, because I hated hearing it. I feel like I say this all the time. I'm like a fucking record repeating itself. But It's fucking true. And so if you're not doing that in any other area of your life, stop doing it in your relationships. Stop saying all men are shit. Stop saying he's gonna be the same motherfucking person that he was when he left, because he probably will be. So that's something that you have to decide on your own. Like, have I changed my insecurities? Have I built my confidence? Have I worked on it? Have I allowed myself to become this different version that only receives good, healthy relationships, that only receives like loving men and supportive men, and like whatever the fucking list is that you want? If you are not there yet, then you're gonna keep getting the same shit over and over and over again. And even if you are, that's fine. Like, if you keep getting that shit over and over, that's fine. But you have to use that and work on yourself and be like, okay, like, now I see why this and this happened. Like, sometimes I could have like really needy energy and really just like insecure energy, because I'm just like, well, what if he leaves? Like, what if he leaves? And then they fucking leave. So it's fucking stupid, you know? But whatever. That's why people say you need to find somebody that loves you more than you love them. But I don't think that's necessarily true. I think you just need to love yourself enough to get to a point where if you leave, okay. If he leaves, okay. If she leaves, okay. Y'all want to leave? Okay. I don't give a fuck, because I'm good. I'm not saying like cut off everybody, but you know, be confident. Be confident. You're the shit. You're a baddie. You're a bad bitch. You're a dope ass motherfucker. So act accordingly, okay? All right, so that's all I have for today. Make sure you guys hit me up on the gram, Stephanie with 2 eyes _XOXO. And I'm also at XY Chronicles on Instagram, or you can find my TikTok, Stephanie with 2 eyes _XOXO. And my email is xychronicles7@gmail.com. So make sure you email me any questions you have. And as always, this episode is sponsored by Stephanie Sells SoCal. That's me. So make sure you hit me up for any of your real estate needs. I got you. And I will talk to you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye.